Hey everyone, Ammo here checking out Warhammer Combat Cards. This is a card game by Well Played and Flare Games, and it's a mobile card game. That's right, I said mobile. It's a mobile game. I normally don't do cover mobile games, don't make content for mobile games, certain a couple articles, but I normally don't play mobile games. If I'm sitting down to play a game, I'm at my PC. Even if I'm at work and I'm on break or whatever, I normally read the news or I Duolingo or something instead of playing games on my phone. But I like Warhammer. I'm a big sucker for Warhammer stuff, so I couldn't not download this and check it out. And then later on, I got an email saying, "Hey, you want to make some content for it?" You know what? All right. I like Warhammer stuff. A lot of the games is not so great, but I'll give this one a chance because a lot of the other content, like a lot of I love Warhammer lore novels and stuff. Speaking of which, like Graham McNeil, Dan Abnett, if you're interested in getting into Warhammer lore at all, great place to start. Those are great novels, standalone, outside of Warhammer, just good sci-fi novels. I would really recommend their works. Anyway, so Warhammer Combat Cards is a card game. I was hoping for like a Warhammer gacha kind of game, and this one does have a little bit of gacha in as far as a card game is like a gacha game for collecting stuff. So we go to our card collection. All the races are mostly here. We got our Eldar boys, Necron boys, Tau boys, Imperial boys, Space Marines, Chaos, Orcs, and Tyranids. So a wide view of the Warhammer universe. I'm glad that there's a lot here. A lot of games only pick and choose like a few, which is fine for sometimes it just works into the story. Like there's a storyline about conflict between like these two particular factions. But here there's a lot, and they're also sorted into 3 alliances. So this is kind of how your decks will work, because you can build a deck from any card from the alliance. So sometimes you get bonuses for sticking with one individual faction, because the warlords have special abilities regarding such. But you can mix and match within the alliances: Destroyer, Imperial, and Ascendant. Go to the war page. This is the primary game mode. You build your deck with the cards, which, as you noticed, there's a level up mechanic. So that's kind of the pay to win. I can't skip over this. There is a sort of pay to win mechanic here for you can pay for cards. You pay for card packs, you get copies of cards, you hit the upgrade button, boom, it's upgraded. It's now stronger than it was before. But that doesn't bother me too much. I get more of an RPG feel of the game, and the wards are handed out at a pretty decent pace even without buying anything. So I don't mind that too much, because when you go into a match, it's not a live match. So I don't feel like I'm being victimized by someone that's paid into the game. That's kind of my primary objection to pay to win stuff, is that I don't want to go against another player and then just feel like I'm losing out because I didn't buy $100 worth of packs or whatever nonsense. The way this is handled, if I hit the war button, it's going to bring us up our deck. Your deck list is real quick before I get into the match. Each card has a point cost. That point cost does not go up with the upgrades. So upgrades do just make you flatly stronger, but there is some balance maintained because stronger cards do have more points cost. Let's just deploy with our Tau deck here, our ranged Tau deck. And then we'll see how the game looks like. And this is why I don't feel victimized by players that have bought into the game, is because this isn't a live match. It does what a lot of gacha games do, is it just takes somebody else's deck, somebody else's team, and then pits you against it in an AI-controlled environment. So I don't feel too worried about, let's set you here, beefy boy. You here. And then you here. I'm trying to maximize the amount of damage I'm doing while minimizing the amount of damage I take back. He chose melee. He attacks straight across. This is how the game works out. The opponent has 3 cards laid out. You have 3 cards laid out. They fight back and forth. You choose ranged, psychic, or melee. You see on the bottom, ranged, psychic, melee. Each card has different values for each style of attack. Some cards cannot attack some ways. Some cards, instead of attacking, they have a buff or debuff mechanic. So that's where the strategy kind of comes in, is choosing when to use what style of attacks, especially because, let's just do our ranged attacks. We outshoot this guy like crazy. Wow, that guy's doing... Oh, 12. I confused his health and his attack for a second. Doing 12 damage. But we really outshoot this guy, so let's try to gun him down. As you would expect for a Tau, right? We outgun this guy pretty hard. But after that, we get that end around bonus. You can see these green lines showing up on the bottom. That will actually buff the attacks that we didn't use. So in the future, if we use a melee or psychic attack, then those will be stronger. Those will get an attack multiplier. So he took out one of my guys. I'll put my virus carrier here. There's a little Necron card I have in this Tau deck. He's there just to take advantage of my commander's melee buff. Each of the commanders has special abilities. So this is Commander Farsight. Right there, Commander Farsight, leader of the Farsight Enclaves. A really powerful melee character, which is unusual for Tau. I don't want to surrender. I hit the wrong button. Please, my fat thumb hit it. Way of the Short Blade. So when your last card is deployed, usually your Warlord, because your objective is to destroy the Warlord. So when your last card is deployed, your deployed Tau cards heal to full wounds, and your melee attack rates 5 times. So he just kind of lands in, heals everyone, and then hits for an insane amount of damage. That's he just here is a big finisher. Whereas his boy is the Captain Acheron. He's kind of a balance between melee and ranged, and he gains HP whenever a Space Marine is deployed. So he's going to get real tanky, and hopefully I should be able to still kill him though. Gun down these 2 Marines. Fire Scary gets shot a little bit from that pistol, don't care. So that's 2 of his Marines down. Boom. Boom. There's a Terminator and a Psyker. And he's meleeing again. Starting to take some pretty big damage off this melee. But we just need to get his commander to show up and then assassinate the commander. So we're not even terribly concerned about this yet. Because if I can get his commander to show up first, then my commander can come in and assassinate him with his special melee multiplayer ability, especially with this big green bar. Look how ready that melee is. Another reason I chose the virus carrier, see on ranged, he buffs our melee even more. So we're trying to set up for a huge melee attack once his commander's in play. Ugh. Oh boy, but if our virus carrier goes down, we should be okay. We should be able to kill the Terminator this turn. I think we got this. Another range attack, 37 to 27. 37 to 21, we'll be able to take out the Terminator. And then that will force out his commander, because his commander is his last card, his Warlord. And then what we're going to do, he will kill the virus carrier this turn. Probably choosing melee. Yep. So he's coming in melee. All of our cards are nearly dead. Big problem. Virus carrier's dead. It's looking grim, but... Oh, he's a lot of health, though. That's a ton of health. That actually might counter. He might be tanky enough to survive this. We'll throw in Commander Farsight. He's ready to go. He's got a huge... Actually, he heals. I forgot. His special ability heals our tanks. Heals our big tanky battle suits. We are 100% okay, because now we're just going to slap him for a heinous amount of damage. And actually just almost completely wipe him off the board. See what I mean? Just a little bit. It's simple, it's straightforward enough that this match takes no time at all. But there's a little bit of strategy that when you feel like you make a sweet play, it's very rewarding. And now we just shoot him down. Now we just finish him off. Pew pew. We don't have any psychic damage. We can do that for big buffs, but not really any reason to do that right now. Let's just finish off the Space Marine. We've done it. Victory is ours. Would you destroy a Warlord? So here's all the bodyguards. Check out all the bodyguards and the Warlords. The bodyguard kills count towards a kill pack, which is one reason why I don't feel the pay to win pain very much, is because even if I go across a more powerful player's deck, you can almost always get some bodyguard kills, and then that plays into your kill pack, so you're still making progress. Even if you're outmatched, you can still make progress. Also, of course, quests. Some quests are just about doing damage or whatever, and you can still make progress towards your quests, even against a stronger enemy. So I don't feel the pay to win... I don't feel the pain to win, like, frustration very much. There is our pack. Of course, they are locked until your commander kill packs are locked, unless you want to pay for those open too. That's very typical from old games. It hasn't been too bad. Normal packs take 3 hours, I think. Big packs take 8 hours, so open a few little packs throughout the day, then when you go to bed, open a big pack, wake up in the mornings there for you. I do understand a lot of people, this mechanic's a little overdone. I understand it. It hasn't bothered me too much. I might just be used to it, though. Even though here I am saying I don't play a lot of mobile games. Alright, that was the basic war mode. That's where you get commander packs, that's where you get kill packs, that's where you'll complete a lot of your quests, but also we go to our quests. Campaign battles, we also have campaigns, so let's go check out the campaign. If I can close. Okay, if I can close that. Here's our campaign. So in the campaigns, you're restricted to a single faction. You're trying to build a narrative. You're restricted to a single faction. So in this case, Space Marines, and you have your energy, which restores over time. Very typical mobile game type stuff. You get bonuses for special deploying particular units. Here we get a bonus for deploying Primaris Marines. So our deck's primarily Primaris Marines. Not the strongest deck we can make, but because we get those bonus points, we want those Primaris Marines in here. And it's always going to be a Tau opponent, because that's the campaign. The campaign right now is, this commander's lethal. I don't think we're going to win this. That commander just does so much damage. But yeah, that's the campaign. It's Space Marines versus Tau. But we still make progress. Like I said, even though this guy, ooh, boy, I think he's going to crush us. Especially because these Primaris Marines are mostly shooty boys. Especially because I think I might switch out this guy. This Brother Crucerius. He looks awesome, does a lot of range damage, but because I'm against Tau, I might want to switch him out for a melee specialist and just try to beat them down melee instead. It's probably a better strategy than trying to outshoot Tau. But let's see if we can force out this commander and just do some damage. But even if we don't win, like, we just got to kill a couple of cards, we still get campaign points. And the campaign points, we unlock rewards, the more campaign points we get. So even if we're outmatched, I still feel like we're making progress, so I think that's why I don't feel the frustration of pay-to-win mechanics as much in this game. Psychic. So he's just buffing his own range damage. Okay, that means I get to take out one of his cards here without I don't take a round of damage. But I know that this commander here, Commander Shadow Sun, 46 range damage base, and is going to get buffed so hard, especially when his card's deployed. His Tau cards heal to full and gain 20 flat plus 20 range attack. So I'm pretty sure that includes him. So he just hits for a heinous amount of damage and one-shots anything, and it is very difficult. I haven't found a way to deal with it that well yet. And around bonus, took out his turrets. That's some points for us. That is a missile turret. We might be better off just doing melee here. If he's not attacking, then we're just counterattacking onto his range. If he's just building up for big ranged, maybe we should just be slapping him. Because we'll be taking a lot less return fire that way. Let's try it. Let's try it out. But this is what I mean. Maybe I should throw in a melee spot. Throw in a Assault Terminator or something here instead of trying to outgun them. I took it because I took Brother Crucerius because he looks awesome. Does a lot of range damage. Is real beefy. But if I'm in the Tau, he's not a Primaris. I don't need him. If I'm in the Tau campaign, maybe bring someone that can do more melee damage. Because a lot of these Marines, they're kind of balanced. 13-6. I chose ones that lean towards melee a little bit, or lean toward range for this particular deck. But like this guy, yeah, pretty balanced. A lot of these guys are pretty balanced. So might be better for us. That doesn't kill anything. Just melee again. So maybe better bring a melee specialist here. His next card is also his big boy. And when he deploys, he does heal. So I want to get as many of them dead in a single turn as I can. Which might be more melee. I don't know why he's only buffing. This is weird. I've not seen the AI just purely buff for all time. I think if I do melee here, we can do a huge play next turn. Because I'll be able to take out both Missile Turret and Mr. Shaznel Kloshul. I don't know. He's playing like I'm going to be deploying my commander in a second, and he's going to one-shot him. But I have 3 other cards. Can I see what they are? No, I can't. But I have 3 other cards before we get to my commander. Or 2 other cards, I guess, including the commander. So I have 2 other cards before we get to our warlord, so I'm not worried. If I do ranged here, if I do another round of melee, I only kill once. I have to do ranged here. So I'm not going to kill her because she's going to heal, but these 2 are dead. So now it's just the commander. He's going to heal his Psyker. She didn't Psyker? What is she? No, she's ethereal. Melee focus. Now he's doing 264 damage. Oh boy. So he's going to very quickly one-shot my entire army. But he's out of dudes. And when you're out of dudes, the side lanes that don't have a matchup, they'll just start attacking the middle. So I'm going to put my Apothecary in the middle here. Your cards also unlock special abilities. We aren't seeing a lot of that because those are higher level cards, and my cards aren't that high enough level. And I've seen a few other players have cards with abilities. Not a ton. The game's pretty new, so not a lot of. Just I guess people just haven't played it enough to get super beefy cards. He just did if I do that. Psychic for nothing. We can melee him. Which, we don't get attacked back, but it doesn't matter, because we attack first, so he can't win. And there we go, that's our campaign victory. And even if we were to lose there, though, we still would have made campaign progress. We had onwards, we got campaign points, got 100 campaign points there, and we still have 3 more energy to burn through. We'll start getting our rewards. Click on here. You just get rewards per points. Again, pretty common mobile game type format, and also a reward for position, which might be where pay to win comes in the most, because you are competing for position. So presumably players with the strongest decks would be most likely to get highest points. It seems more like just using energy efficiently really gets you the most points, and then hoping you don't match up against people that are too crazy strong. But of course, that's part of if you're strong enough, then no one's stronger than you. You can do whatever. And we got our quest complete. Claim, that gives experience. Map. So in the top left there is our experience. We're about to level up. One more kill. We get a kill pack as well. Let's get the kill pack, and let's use a different deck. This deck's pretty strong. We can use the same Space Marine deck. You've already mostly seen this, though. Select. You've mostly seen this in what I was just doing. This is the deck I'm using for the campaign. So let's actually use the Tau deck again. I don't really have cards to make a good other deck so far. Like, this guy I don't think I've even made yet. Nope. Our Chaos Boy, I use him he's really inefficient, unoptimized deck. I use him to complete some quests for psychic damage. So let's just do one more Tau so I can get that kill back. One more Tau, deploy. One small nitpick I have with the game regarding Space Marines is that Space Marines are kind of more swarmy. They really get benefits off deploying a lot of guys, which is fine. But I would like the individual Space Marines to be stronger. This is something, if they're kind of making the game based off the tabletop, which you can justify because the cards are tabletop minis, it does make sense, because that's how it is in the tabletop. Marines are kind of decent generalists that tend to be a little smaller armies, though, because the Space Marines are supposed to be superhumans. They're supposed to be like, they're gods. They're way overpowered. They're superhumans. It's like if you put Thor and Iron Man armor and then made an army of them or whatever, like just crazy strong guys. So in the lore and stuff, they have real crazy stories of, one Space Marine killed like 1,000 guys or whatever. And of course, in the games, I've toned that way down because that's impossible to balance and it would be fun for anyone. In this, I feel like they went a little too far, and the Space Marines feel kind of disposable. They don't feel like the superhuman soldiers that they should feel like. And that's just a very small thing, because that is, a lot of games do that. The tabletop even does that. But, man, I wouldn't mind just having really super strong, beefy. I'm not really paying attention to the deploys, might be a mistake. I don't even know what this vehicle does. Wraithguard, of course, going up against... Oh, I was worried, because we're going against Tau, but we're also Tau, so we should be okay. To just have a shootout. Oh, he's focusing on melee. He's trying to just beat my guy down. Okay. What's his commander? I haven't even checked out his commander yet. The Corpse Lord. Alright. And what's his ability? When one of your Necron cards readies, they gain plus 10 wounds. So this guy's going to be healing. Ooh, he still hits pretty hard. Let's shoot him anyway. Other than that, the factions tend to be what you expect. A lot of the Ascendant, it kind of goes by alliance. A lot of the Ascendant, Eldar, Tau, Necron, pretty good at shooting. The Imperial's kind of a balance. You can have really strong specialists on both sides, and the destruction, a lot of strong melee. But of course, there's exceptions to every rule. Then every card, like every faction, has specialists on both, so you can make a melee ascendant deck pretty easily. Also, psychers. Everyone, I don't think it'd be just psychers. You can have some strong, because there aren't a ton of psychers. If you use psychers, you can get a lot of free attacks that don't get counterattacked, and also apply a lot of buffs and debuffs, which can be very strong. But psychers a little more rare, so your total damage output probably isn't going to be as high, just because you're probably going to have 1 or 2 cards attacking at a time. I haven't seen a lot of like psycher-based decks yet. Not to say it's impossible, I just haven't seen it. Alright, buff our stuff. We should, I think we're in a decent spot here. Oh, the parents' home phone is ringing. I'm at my parents' house currently, as I just moved from out of state back into state. And I'm currently looking for, individual housing. Because this is a crowded house. I'm in a very ad hoc office right now. They have a home phone. The reason I want to comment on that is really out of date. I've been meaning to talk to them about it. They never answer it. They don't use it. They have cell phones. Everyone has a cell phone. My parents have cell phones. Everyone in the family has a cell phone. So I don't know why there's a home phone still. Might be because of my nephew's living here and he's younger. Might be easier just to have him remember the one phone number if he needs to call for an emergency or something. And then his friends can call the home phone and such. So that's probably why it's here. He just hit me so hard. It's a big problem. Alright. Oh boy. Okay, so here comes Farsight. It's a big problem. This is not what I wanted to have happen. It does heal my bot, though. Okay, I think what we want to do... His Warlord's next out. Alright, here's our strat. Oh, it's going to kill him. How much HP does this guy have? 129. Hitting for 102. 15 does kill him. 102 kills him. We actually are going to melee here. Just to take out these 2 cards. Get that one hurt. Now it's just his Warlord in. It's going to be a 2v2 situation here in a second. After he kills my virus carrier. So here comes the Warlord. Rawr. I don't know what he's going to do. Ranged attack. Okay. He does 16 ranged. We can counter with 34 ranged. I think we might win this. I think our melee is going to... Because we can counter pretty strong in ranged. Because here we're hitting him for 39. Oh, he has pretty strong melee too. Ugh, boy. We have an advantage in HP right now. And he's going to shoot me really hard. We shoot him back. I think we win. I think we're okay. Because he can't kill me here. We hit him back counterattack pretty hard, and then we'll win. Okay, we got this. No problem. A little worried for just a moment. But now, go get him Farsight. There you go. All you gotta do is take out the Warlord. Which is where that little bit of strategy, like I said, straightforward enough to be fast, and just to be fast and satisfying gameplay. Enough strategy that it's actually like still can be interesting. Like you're not just like, it's not just auto playing. Open up our kill pack for our rewards. Get some currency, premium currency, copies of our cards. Ooh, I got the Wraith Guard. And Commander Shadow Sun, the super crazy strong ranged guy. I might want to make a deck with that guy. He just does so much damage. His ability's really good too. He's probably really expensive though. Let's see real quick if we can build a deck with that before we go. So, edit deck. Remove. The commanders all save the cards you have with them. So he's 35 points. Wow, he's expensive. Alright. So bodyguards, obviously I want the tanky, I want these guys in here. We're almost out of points already though. Include allies, okay. I want a couple of cards, a couple of weaker cards just to take up space before the Warlord arrives. So let our battle suits do some shooting. And this is all range, so I think we're gonna do like that and that. There are a couple of Eldar, a couple of Tau, ranged squad. I was going to end it here, but you know what? One more match. I am enjoying the game. I'm really curious to see how this deck works out. Should see if I could upgrade in his cards. I don't think I could have. I think I need more copies. It's another Space Marine squad. He goes first. There's initiative. Each card has initiative values. Initiatives get calculated at the beginning of the match, and whoever wins goes first. Pretty simple system. I have not seen these Marines before. I'm very scared. Brother Glaucus. That's a sick looking gun. I love these minis, dude. They look so good. So he's kind of a mixed match between melee and ranged. And this guy's gonna be doing most of the counter battery fire, so I want to put my beefiest boy there. Then I can feed you there and put my other battle suit in the middle. So my strategy here, wait, you heal, right? I didn't misread this. Tower cards heal, okay. Our strategy is to keep our strategy is to make let our battle suits do some damage, tank some damage, and then before they die, commander comes in, heals them, gives them big range buff, we finish them off. Did I say boof? Ranged boof? Ranged buff, we finish off their opponents. They're going to take a lot of damage. We have to get through another card. Maybe that's one too many cards. Maybe I only want one other card in the way. Because I don't want the commander to be deployed immediately. But we are taking a lot of damage here. And if they die before the commander comes out, it doesn't do us any good. So here, how much damage do you do? 16. He has 25 wounds. How much damage do you do? 34. So if you actually move you to the middle, we should be able to wipe his whole side in one salvo. Beautiful. Oh, there's one of the abilities. That should trigger right away. Yeah, I guess he gets free attack when he deploys. That's his ability. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of cards of those yet. That seems to be a higher level card type thing, and I haven't seen a lot of people. Just like I said, new game. A lot of people haven't just don't have high level cards yet, or maybe it's a matchmaking thing. Maybe you just don't get matched. Maybe it's I don't know if there's an internal matchmaking system that kind of normalizes your expectations of gameplay. Someone's going to die before I want them to die, which is unfortunate. But I think we'll be okay here, because we should be able to just... We should have one character die. That's actually might be a problem, because our battlesuit here is going to die. And that's really not what I wanted to do. Oh, no. Okay. Alright, this is real bad. This is not what I wanted to have happen. Because now we're actually down a boy. And our level 1 Shadow Sun only has 80 HP. But we should be hitting them really hard. 52, 57. If we survive this attack, we win. But we do only have 56 HP. I think he attacks pretty hard. I don't. How much melee does middle do? Does the commander do? All right, we exactly lost. One more turn, we would have had him. Yeah, I might want to actually remove one of those cards, or maybe I should just deploy Shadow Sun earlier. I didn't need to wait. Yeah, I don't have to deploy the commander lives. You know what? I think I was actually on me. I think if I deployed commander a turn earlier, saved our other battle suit, got them both the big buff, I think we could have just won. I think I threw that one. Yeah, I totally threw that match. I could have deployed my boy, the commander, before the what's it called again? Bone Walker? Wraith Guard. Because I knew something to do with Wraith Bone. For the Wraith Guard. If I deployed the commander before the Wraith Guard, I think we would have won that. Oh well, that's a little bit of strategy. Because when I first played, as you can see, it is a very simple setup. So I was afraid. I was like, "Why isn't this just autoplay? This is stupid. There's no point here to even be playing." But when I played a little bit more, I'm like, "Okay, there is strategy of where you position, when you use what attacks, and when cards start getting abilities, and when you start really playing around the commander abilities, then that's when a lot more strategy comes in. And actually becomes really engaging." So check out Combat Cards. Hit up my link below. And hope you have some fun. If you're into Warhammer, or you're just looking for a mobile game, I don't play a ton of mobile games. Okay, I kind of do. That's a lie. I just don't like a lot of them. But here's one I've actually been enjoying. Check it out. See you later. Thanks for watching. Your obscure compliment is, you know what? You'd be a great commander. Yeah, there you go. Sci-fi future war commander. Man, I'll see you later.